Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to the General Hospital spoilers for Monday, November 18th, Dante Falconeri will be at a loss for words as he attends Sam Micheal's funeral and accepts that she has genuinely passed away. Cody Bell will have to step up and be Dante's supportive friend right now. TJ Ashford will also try to console Molly Lansing Davis, but his strategy may not work out as he had anticipated. Molly and TJ have been dealing with some emotional distance, and that is not likely to change anytime soon. Meanwhile, Alexis Davis will be concerned that she would crumble at Sam's service, but Christina Corinthos Davis will provide an unexpectedly powerful motivational speech. Nobody actually understands how to deal with such abrupt sadness, so they will simply try their best. Maxie Jones will share some poignant moments with Sam at the chapel while discussing flowers. Maxie never had the opportunity to say goodbye, so this may provide some closure for her. When Lucas Jones appears, he will reveal that he believes Sam would approve of the yellow roses Maxie chose. Maxie and Lucas will lean on each other as they mourn their loss. Unfortunately, Danny Morgan has suppressed his rage about Sam's death, which is ready to surface. Because Danny needs someone to blame, he'll lash out at Lucas, probably insisting that everything is his fault. Back with Alexis, it appears she will vent her fury on Rick Lansing. To be fair, Rick deserves to be heard most of the time. Nina Reeves at the Quartermaine mansion may be concerned about the likelihood of another fight if Drew Quartermaine and Jason Morgan find themselves in the same room again. Drew, on the other hand, may insist that they play nice for Danny and Scout Quartermaine today. Regardless, Drew will know that nothing will stop Jason from attending Sam's burial. Someone will approach Lucky Spencer and make an enticing deal. Sonny Corinthos called to arrange something up for Lucky, which could involve the legitimate job opportunity he mentioned. On Monday's episode of General Hospital, there may be hints about Lulu Spencer's coma waking. Lulu may squeeze her hand or give another optimistic sign, since she will awaken by Tuesday's showtime. Meanwhile, Jocelyn Jax will be astonished when Kai Taylor arrives at her apartment seeking for Trina Robinson. Jocelyn may speak up for Kai because Trina has been hesitant to hear him out. Our expectations are that Kai will turn things around with this art history assignment and eventually impress Trina. Despite her efforts to find a new partner, Trina may be content to continue working with Kai. According to General Hospital spoilers, Trina and Kai are embarking on a slow-burn romance, so keep an eye out for any further intriguing developments. General Hospital spoilers tell that we have some comings and goings news to share, so let's begin with a highly awaited debut. Alexa Havens is now going to make her debut appearance as a Lulu Spencer recast, so fans will surely want to watch. According to some news reports, Havens' initial airdate is November 18th, while others say it will be November 19th. It could be that Lulu begins to stir in one episode and fully awakens the next day. Whatever the case, General Hospital spoilers predict that Lulu will finally open her eyes and return to her family. It'll be nice to see Lulu back in the mix, so stay tuned for more predictions on this character revival now that Havens is in the role. In other news, Jens Austin Astrup has officially signed a deal with GH. Fans received confirmation of Astrup's contract status in the episode's closing credits on November 15th, implying that the show has huge plans for Kai. Of course, those plans will undoubtedly include Trina Robinson, who will gradually warm up to Kai over time. Kai and Trina started off on the wrong foot, but Kai will attempt to win her over in the coming episodes. Quinn Jackson recently made an appearance as Quinn. Quinn is another PCU student who is close with Kai, therefore Jackson may appear more frequently as a recurring character. Stella Henry will also be seen between November 18th and 22nd, so look for her to help TJ Ashford in his time of need. We should also discuss Tristan Rogers and Emma Sam's recent departures from the show. Holly and Robert had a charming joint exit, but SOD verified via a show rep that GH intends to bring them back in the new year. Robert and Holly hope to return together in 2025, so perhaps they'll pay a visit to Sasha Gilmore Corbin for some family bonding once Holly's problems are resolved. According to General Hospital spoilers, Sasha will meet the rest of the Scorpio clan in the meanwhile, so stay tuned for more information on her attempts. General Hospital spoilers for the next 2 weeks, November 18th to November 29th, predict that Sonny Corinthos will come through for Lucky Spencer, and there will be a surprise offer to encourage him to stay. If that isn't enough, Lucky will undoubtedly want to stay in town for Lulu Spencer once she awakens from her coma during the week of November 18th to 22nd. According to GH spoilers, Lulu will awaken, and she will be surprised to learn that she has been asleep for 4 years. Meanwhile, Sam Micheal's burial will elicit tears and maybe rage. Danny Morgan will eventually blow up at Lucas Jones because he needs someone to blame for the loss he is experiencing. However, depending on what is revealed in the autopsy report, it may lead to a much broader probe. Elizabeth Baldwin will learn some distressing news, which may include getting updates on that report. Alexis Davis will make a pledge, which might be a vow to find the person guilty if foul play occurred. Christina Corinthos Davis and Dante Falconeri will also demand justice, implying that the autopsy results will reveal something sinister. If someone took Sam out on purpose, it may be Cyrus Renaud, as there have been rumors about his guilt for quite some time. Whatever the case, we expect additional Sam revenge seekers in the upcoming episodes. After Danny and Jason have a deep conversation, Jason will decide to remain firm on something. Jason may have some arguments with Alexis if Danny moves in with him. Later, Jason will seek advice from Dante, while Micheal Corinthos will consult Sasha Gilmore Corbin. Micheal will utilize Sasha as a confidant again, so he may not tell Willow Corinthos about their hookup anytime soon. Similarly, Willow may not confess to sleeping with Drew Quartermaine because she is unaware that Micheal already knows. Secrets could undermine Willow and Michael's marriage if they don't find a way to address their honesty difficulties. Kai Taylor will make repeated attempts to undo the damage he has caused to Trina Robinson. It may take some work on his behalf, but Trina will eventually realize that Kai is a wonderful guy at heart. According to other GH rumors, Molly Lansing Davis will deliver some unpleasant news to Christina. That could be tied to Ava Jerome's trial, giving Rick Lansing's client a significant advantage in court. General Hospital spoilers for Friday, November 15th state that Anna Devane discussed Robert Scorpio's leave of absence with Felicia Scorpio. Anna felt terrible because she had instructed Holly Sutton to say goodbye to Robert, and Robert was presumably off attempting to help her cope with all of her serious issues. Although Anna believed Robert was setting himself up for heartbreak, Felicia remained optimistic. Felicia also predicted Robert would return to bond with Sasha Gilmore Corbin. Meanwhile, Felicia intimated that Sasha would discover what it meant to have a family and come to know the other Scorpio clan members better. Next, Lucky Spencer sparred with Sonny Corinthos in the boxing ring and acknowledged to being conflicted. Lucky felt horrible about abandoning his loved ones again, but he also felt restless and unfulfilled in Port Charles. Sonny offered to locate Lucky a genuine employment if he stayed, but he insisted that Lucky do what was best for himself. Later, Sonny made a phone call that appeared to set something in motion for Lucky. At GH, Elizabeth Baldwin delivered Jordan Ashford good news about Lulu Spencer's recuperation and praised Isaiah Gannon for carrying out her share of the transplant. In Terry Randolph's office, she astonished Isaiah by offering him a real job at the hospital. Terry handed out some material and encouraged Isaiah to consider working as a surgeon at GH. Terry then updated Liz on her offer to Isaiah and discovered that Lucky was already considering quitting PC again. Elizabeth was mostly upset with herself for believing she could have a true co-parent and that they could be a family. Liz basically realized that this limbo wasn't fair to her or Aiden Weber and resolved to simply tell Lucky to go. Back with Isaiah, he ran into Jordan and informed her of Terry's job offer. Although Isaiah believed he could do more for people in Africa, Jordan reminded him of his ability level and advised him that he was most required in the operation room. Isaiah eventually informed Lucky about the job offer, and Lucky felt Isaiah should stay in PC if he felt it was right. However, Lucky was still attempting to forge his own way. Carly Spencer arrives at Jason Morgan's home after Christina Corinthos Davis informed her about the trouble. Jason confesses to having a confrontation with Drew Quartermaine at the Quartermaine mansion. Carly was shocked to see Jason and Drew fight while Danny Morgan and Scout Quartermaine were right upstairs. Jason said Drew had it coming and was convinced the cops would not get involved. Carly was disgusted by Jason's behavior the night before Sam Micheal's funeral and walked off to clean up his mess. When Drew brought Rick Lansing to the Q-Mans, Rick observed his beaten face and hoped they would press charges against Jason. Drew argued it was not what he wanted and urged Rick to assist him in reaching an agreement with Jason instead. Drew admitted to kissing Willow Corinthos, but Rick believed there was more to the story. Drew ultimately admitted to sleeping with Willow as well, but said Jason was unaware of this. Drew agreed not to press charges in exchange for Jason's silence, so Rick showed up at Jason's house to get him to sign an NDA. Jason refused, but he gave Rick a message to deliver to Drew. Jason had no intention of disclosing the information and stated that if it did, it would not come from him. Drew received a visit from a concerned Carly. Drew felt Carly was there to aid Jason and accused her of always siding with her BFF. Carly knew Jason wouldn't act that way without a cause, so she believed Drew had given him a good one. According to General Hospital spoilers, Carly will eventually discover Drew and Willow's adultery, so prepare for the drama that awaits. General Hospital spoilers suggest that a newly leaked video has rekindled many viewers' emotions about Kelly Monaco's departure. Following Monaco's final scenes, she was presented with a large bouquet of flowers and given the opportunity to address the entire crew on set. Someone managed to capture a video of the speech, which has been going viral on social media. Monaco appeared to be near tears as she discussed her 25-year tenure on that lot and how everyone at GH had become family. The former General Hospital star thanked everyone for the memories and experiences she promised to carry with her for the rest of her life. Monaco gave a particular shout-out to Mark Teschner, the casting director who started this fantastic journey for her. "And it has been a wild ride, and it will not be the last that you see of me," Monaco remarked, to which practically everyone in the room applauded. However, one section of the video has sparked criticism of executive producer Frank Valentini. While almost everyone else is clapping and displaying their support for Monaco, Valentini does not appear to have joined in. Following the video's release, many fans on X, formerly known as Twitter, were upset. Of course, Frank Valentini has already received criticism from many fans for Kelly Monaco's dismissal and Sam's tragic exit story. After Monaco's firing was announced, she made some cryptic social media comments implying that her forced exit was retaliation. Fans are still waiting to see if Monaco would reveal the full unpleasant story at some time. Whatever the situation, Kelly Monaco's final day on set has left many admirers complimenting her for remaining gracious despite the difficult circumstances. Monaco has had a difficult time, but she delivered an excellent final speech. According to General Hospital spoilers, Sam's funeral will have some sad moments on screen between November 18th and 22nd, so stay tuned for more predictions on the service and updates on how her loved ones will deal with it. In the Quartermaine foyer, Nina asked an angry and silent Jason whether he was going to congratulate his brother on becoming a congressman. Drew put on a phony smile and gave Jason his hand to shake. Jason instantly decked Drew across the mouth, knocking him to the ground. Drew stood up to fight back, but Jason was too strong and continued to batter his nearly identical twin. A terrified Nina begged for them to halt as Brooklyn and Lois emerged from the living room. Ned finally appeared to grab Jason from Drew. When Drew asked Jason why he punched him, Jason said, "You know why," and walked out the front door. Nina and the Quartermaine women attended to Drew. Lois recommended him visit the ER, but Ned didn't want another front-page scandal. Drew agreed that he didn't need the spotlight after being elected to Congress. Nina wanted Willow to check Drew's eye. She wanted to call the cops, but Ned refused. At the gatehouse, Micheal asked Willow how she felt about Drew's move to DC. Willow stated she was relieved Drew was leaving town. "With Drew in DC, you won't be forced to have a daily reminder of what I did staring at you in the face," Willow pointed out. As Jason was watching Drew's acceptance speech at the Brown Dog, Micheal strolled in and offered to pay the bartender to turn it off. Jason was perplexed and told Micheal that he suspected Micheal and Drew were close. "We were until he started kissing my wife," Micheal explained. Jason was taken aback by the news and inquired whether Micheal and Willow were experiencing problems. Micheal described how he discovered Drew and Willow had kissed, went immediately to the Brown Dog, and ran into Sasha. "I slept with Sasha, so now I made everything worse, and now I think my marriage is over," Micheal told me. Micheal explained that he and Willow were constantly lying to one another and did not trust each other. He still wished his marriage to succeed, but he didn't believe it was possible. "We both slept with other people," Micheal explained. Jason called Michael back up because he thought Drew and Willow had kissed. That's what they admitted, but I discovered that Willow and Drew are sleeping together. What if Willow is in love with Drew? Michael asked. Michael never thought Willow could be unfaithful, but he admitted he was a hypocrite because he had slept with Sasha. Jason suggested Michael listen to Willow. I'm afraid she'd say there's no future for us, Michael sighed. Spinelli arrived after Michael had left to provide an update on Jason's quest for Valentine. Jason believed they should focus on Brennan. Spinelli lamented that Sam would be ideal for this role. Jason then sought counsel from Spinelli, his father. Jason indicated that Danny wants to live with him while remaining with Scout and Rocco. Neither Danny nor Spinelli understood how that would work. Jason wanted to be there for Danny, but he was unsure whether he should live with the other kids. Spinelli knew it would hurt Jason, but Jason didn't care. I'm not worried about myself. I just need to protect the people I care about, Jason remarked. Nina watched Drew's acceptance speech from backstage before congratulating the convicted criminal New York billionaire on his recent federal election victory. As Drew and Nina embraced, Carly appeared and gave her own congratulations, unaware that Brennan was immediately behind her. Carly was relieved that America will have an honest man in Washington. Carly then introduced Brennan and Drew. Later, Brennan speculated that Drew may have used Carly as a political stepping stone when they were involved last year. Carly was immediately outraged, reminding Brennan that Drew had gone to prison to save her. Drew never imagined he'd go to prison. He expected to get a slap on the wrist. So, maybe it wasn't the enormous heroic sacrifice you thought it was, Brennan admitted candidly. Carly wondered if this meant Drew was using her. Brennan asked Carly the same thing. While Carly and Drew caught up, Nina discovered Willow in the ladies' room. Nina mentioned that Drew would be a wonderful congressman far away in D.C. Maxie later found Nina and inquired if she had told Willow she was sleeping with Drew. Nina didn't believe it was necessary because Willow had informed her that there was nothing going on between her and Drew. Nina also believed that, despite his weaknesses, Drew would be a great congressman. Maxie begged to differ. Flaws? Drew made out with his nephew's bride and then slept with her mother, Maxie exclaimed incredulously. When Nina made excuses for Drew, claiming that many politicians had indiscretions, Maxie realized she was still sleeping with him. Maxie told Nina that she did not want to watch her become wounded. Drew cannot hurt me. I don't care enough, Nina stated. Maxie clarified that she wasn't referring to Drew hurting Nina. She was worried that Willow might. Willow and Drew eventually met eyes. Drew credited Willow with his victory. You are the one who encouraged me to run. You believed in me to be better, to do better, Willow added. Curtis and Portia savored the appetizers and celebrated the fact that Curtis would now be in control at Aurora. Unfortunately, Drew did not think the same way. When Michael arrived at the celebration, Drew invited him to become Aurora's new CEO. Willow interrupted them before Michael could answer. Michael approached Willow and asked to meet her at home. Michael returned to the gatehouse and informed Willow he needed to chat. Meanwhile, Nina and Drew returned to the main home. When they opened the door, they discovered an irate Jason standing there. Lois cornered Ned in the Quartermain living room and inquired why he and everyone else in the house were avoiding her. Something is going on in this house, and you're not moving until you tell me what it is, said Lois. Ned admitted that something had happened, but refused to reveal what. So Lois turned to Brooklyn and demanded that she spill, as Ned mouthed no at his daughter. Brooklyn admitted she knew the secret, but she refused to tell Lois because Lois couldn't keep a secret. Ned recalls Lois telling Sonny earlier this year that Nina had turned Drew and Carly into the SEC. Gio presented Sasha with a newly arriving package in the Q kitchen. Chase attempted to stop her from opening it, but she did so anyway. Chase was shocked when he discovered the gift contained a guide for first-time fathers. Sasha was ecstatic to learn that Brooklyn and Chase were trying to conceive. As Sasha and Chase caught up, Chase admitted that he couldn't stop thinking about being a father, while Sasha regretted Holly's departure and the loss of Cody. Chase acknowledged Robert's leave of absence. Sasha was already aware because he had skipped town with my mother. Sasha was relieved Robert would be gone for a long since it would give her time to adjust to the thought of his being her father. It's comforting to know that I am not alone in the world. I never anticipated to have a father. I'm not even sure what that is meant to look like. Brooklyn soon came and noticed Chase's fatherhood book on the counter. He admitted that Sasha knew they were trying to conceive a baby. Sasha swore to keep the news a secret. Sunny and Maxie spent some time alone in Maxie's office, discussing Christina's accident. Natalia stated that she had an accident a few years ago while inattentive. Christina's accident prompted Natalia to ponder and conclude that she should have done better for her children. When Natalia saw Christina and Sunny together, she realized she was an overbearing parent. If I'd gotten a call that Allie was in an accident, I'd rushed in. I would have taken control and concentrated on all of her minor injuries. I would not have observed my daughter's emotional agony. Alexis tried to concentrate on work but couldn't keep her gaze away from a photo of herself and her girls on her desk. Christina soon emerged and inquired if Alexis was okay before revealing her that she had been in a minor accident the night before. She didn't want to burden Alexis with the news while she was mourning Sam. Christina said that Sunny had returned her to his home, which infuriated Alexis because Christina informed her father about the accident rather than her mother. Christina was only telling Alexis the truth now because Sunny had asked her to. Alexis could see Christina needed to talk, but she declined. After Alexis persisted, Christina admitted to thinking about Danny and Scout. She also had a significant question: why did I live and Sam die? Christina asked. Christina felt that no one counted on her in the same manner as they did Sam. At Sunny's penthouse, Sunny and Micheal talked about Sam's death and concerned about Dante. Sunny asked Micheal what else was on his mind. My marriage, Micheal announced. Micheal didn't go into depth, but he did tell Sunny that he and Willow were having difficulty. I'm afraid what I thought Willow and I had was just an illusion, Micheal told me. Natalia called, interrupting the chat. She invited Sunny to see her and Christina since Christina needed her father. Willow opened her front door to Drew and quickly informed him that he could not be there. Willow claimed Micheal was upstairs, but Drew realized she was lying after seeing Micheal leave. Willow explained to Drew that he couldn't just stop by. Drew ignored what Willow said and walked right in. Drew gave Willow back her earring. She was happy Drew had discovered it on the floor of the playroom before anyone else. I didn't want you to have to make up a lie as to how it got there, Drew said me. He noticed that Willow was not a natural liar because she blushed whenever she spoke a lie. Willow maintained that what occurred in the playroom was a mistake. I want you to keep your distance from now on, Willow replied tentatively. Drew approached her from behind and whispered, "You're blushing." Willow also knew Drew had lied when he claimed he had only stopped by to return her lone earring. You, too, have something to tell. You don't blink, Willow replied. Drew admitted that he went there to make sure she was fine. I'm fine, but I don't think it's good for us to be friends anymore, Willow told me. Drew was saddened to have lost a friend, which affected Willow's hurting heart. She knew Drew was going through a terrible period and inquired about Scout's feelings. Drew stated that he was determined to be the type of father Scout could rely on. Willow put her hand on Drew's face just as Micheal looked out the window. Micheal promptly took up the phone and contacted Diane to schedule a meeting regarding his marriage. Natalia called for aid from the side of the road following a car accident. When she checked on the other driver, she discovered Christina in the passenger seat, with the airbag deployed. Christina claimed that she did not need an ambulance. Christina appeared shaken up but said that she was distracted. Natalia had learned of Sam's death and expressed her condolences to Christina. While Natalia and Christina waited for Sunny, Christina revealed that she had went to Adela's cemetery. While I was there, I recognized that I would soon be visiting Sam there as well. I lost both my sister and my baby. Christina shed tears as she said, "They're both gone." Christina inquired of Natalia how Blaze was doing. Natalia admitted that Blaze was still not answering her mother's phone calls and messages. "I deeply regret the way I treated her. Maybe that's why I admire your close friendship with Alexis." Christina was relieved to see Sunny and fell into her father's embrace. Sunny returned Christina to the penthouse and asked her what had happened. Christina claimed that she became distracted while driving after listening to a song on Sam's playlist. Diane came inside her office and found Alexis there. She promptly embraced her best buddy and expressed her condolences over Sam. Alexis was browsing law books. Diane believed Alexis should bury herself in work as a distraction and a way to save her sanity. Alexis sat down at her desk and began working. Alexis praised Diane for not asking too many questions, and she took the opportunity to speak on her own. "I don't know how I'll go on living without my daughter. I sat there, watching her die, and there was nothing I could do. It was outside of my control." Alexis felt unhappy with herself for not being able to soothe Dante, her daughters, and her grandkids. Diane maintained that Sam's death was not Alexis' responsibility. "You should take care of yourself. If you don't, there won't be anything left of you to help those who rely on you," Diane warned. While Alexis and Diane were poring over legal documents, Alexis noticed Sam's final will and testament on the desk. Jason met Anna in her office. She wanted to know how the warehouse explosion related to the diamond robbery that motivated Sidwell to kidnap Sasha. "How long have you been involved with Holly's plan? Maybe you both devised this plan while we were in Africa. How long have you lied to me?" Anna asked. Anna was upset when Jason refused to provide any information. "There's an international criminal on the loose. I don't need to tell you how dangerous Sidwell is," Anna remarked. Jason still claimed to have no idea where Sidwell was. Anna demanded honesty, but Jason was unprepared to provide it. "I don't ask you to share everything that you and the PCPD are doing," he told me. Jason reassured Anna that they were friends, but there were boundaries that must not be broken. Anna knew Jason's loyalty to Sunny would always come first, but she still asked him for help in finding Valentine. Jason promised to help Anna. After leaving Anna's office, Jason went to see Brennan. He inquired as to where Sidwell was, but Brennan could only inform him that Sidwell no longer posed a threat to anyone in Port Charles. Brennan also provided Jason some guidance. "Don't assist Anna locate Valentine. It will not end well for Commissioner Devane," Brennan said. Felicia spotted Sasha in an exam room, waiting to have her shoulder examined. Sasha informed Felicia that she had been kidnapped and had just survived an explosion. Sasha conveyed the scenario to Sidwell, Holly, and the jewels. Felicia stated that she had known Holly for decades and was aware of the harm she might cause, but she believed that Sasha should give Holly a chance. Felicia also wanted Sasha to start thinking of her and the other Scorpios as family. Felicia defended Holly, assuring Sasha that she was capable of love. "There are things about Holly that you do not know," Felicia stated. She wondered if Holly gave Sasha to her mother because he reminded her of losing Robert. After Felicia left, Sasha called the Metro Court and discovered that Holly had checked out. When the doctor finally saw Sasha, she wanted to run some x-rays to see if she was pregnant. Sasha returned to her romp with Micheal and avoided the x-rays. Holly showed up at Brennan's office and told him he owed her money. Brennan mentioned all of the aid he had recently offered Holly. He first got her away from Sidwell in Africa, and now he's helping to save Sasha. Holly kept track of the money she owed a crime gang while working as a freelancer for the WSB. "If I don't pay back that money, I will most certainly be killed and the WSB will be responsible." Holly thought the diamonds would be enough to retire on, but now all she needed was the WSB to pay off her debt and save her life. "I hope the next time the WSB needs my talents, that I am still alive to help them out," Holly informed us. Brennan offered Holly a one-way flight to Lisbon on a WSB plane. Holly accepted the job, but then went to Anna and requested for assistance. An enraged Mac stormed into Robert's office, demanding to know what trouble Holly had gotten his brother into this time. Sasha was kidnapped. We got her back, Robert replied plainly. Mac realized the warehouse explosion had something to do with Holly. Robert often made excuses for Holly, asking Mac, "Who am I to judge with all the secrets I've kept?" Robert noted that Felicia had shattered Mac's heart several times. Mac admitted that Robert was correct. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.